The pain eases, the breath flows, and you feel a warmth, like sunlight breaking through clouds, as the story shifts toward health. This dance is real, its steps already traced in lives reborn. Scientists have used CRISPR to treat sickle cell disease, editing the bone marrow cells that birth blood. Patients, once tethered to pain, now walk lighter, their rivers clear. You imagine a young woman, her smile wide, dancing under a sky she once couldn't reach, her blood no longer a battlefield. This is not a dream but a truth, a moment of science woven into flesh, and you rest in its glow, like a blanket warmed by firelight. Yet, as you drift, you sense the dance's delicate balance. The river of your blood is vast, its currents tied to countless other genes, other stories. CRISPR's cut must be precise, its repair true, to avoid ripples that might disturb the body's harmony. Scientists work with care, testing each step, mapping the code to ensure the blade finds only its mark. You feel their dedication, their quiet nights spent dreaming of rivers that flow free, their hope a gentle echo of your own. Their caution is a lullaby, soothing your mind as you float. You linger in the river, watching the red cells glide, their shapes now soft, their motion smooth. The letter in the HBB gene, once a shadow, glows with health, its story rewritten by CRISPR's touch. You feel the universe in this moment, its atoms dancing in your blood, its light woven into your code. This single letter, this single gene, connects you to every life, to the stars that forged you, and CRISPR is a new verse in their song, a promise of healing that hums through time. The library of your cells glows brighter now, its pages alive with possibility. The river of your blood flows freely, its boats carrying oxygen, carrying life without faltering. CRISPR's dance with sickle cells is a triumph, a story of pain transformed into hope. But other shadows linger in your code, other genes that whisper of struggle. Which will the guardian seek next? What other rivers might it set free? You breathe slowly, your mind calm, your heart steady, ready to follow this light as it seeks another thread in your tapestry. The river of your blood sings, its sickle shadows softened by light. What other rhythms falter, waiting for CRISPR's gentle touch? Loving this? Hit that subscribe button to keep up with our videos. Also share this video with your family and friends. You drift now, carried by the soft tide of your breath, deep into the glowing cosmos of your body. The river of your DNA flows gently, its letters, T, C, G, shimmering like stars in a quiet night, each one a note in the symphony of you. Your journey leads you to a steady rhythm, a drum that echoes through your chest, your veins, your very being. This is your heart, the keeper of your life's pulse, beating without pause, a song of endurance. Yet, in some threads of your code, the rhythm falters, a note miswritten, and you pause, feeling its fragile tremor, as a gentle guardian approaches to restore its cadence. Picture your heart as a lantern, its light pulsing through the rivers of your blood, guiding oxygen to every corner of your body. Each beat is a promise, a vow to carry you through another moment, another breath. But in some, a gene stumbles, disrupting this promise. These are the genes of the heart: SCN5A, MYH7, LMNA, where a single letter out of place can shift the rhythm, like a dancer missing a step. Conditions like hypertrophic cardiomyopathy or long QT syndrome emerge, their names heavy with science, but to you, they feel like a shadow on the lantern's glow, a beat that hesitates, a breath held too long. You linger here, in the quiet of your chest, imagining the lives touched by this shadow. A young man pauses, his heart racing without cause, a flutter that steals his ease. A woman feels a skip, a moment of dizziness, her rhythm out of tune. Scientists know these genes, their mutations mapped through years of study, each one a thread in the heart's delicate tapestry. To you, they are notes in a melody, some sharp, some flat, yearning to be realigned. You wonder, can this rhythm be restored? The lantern's light steadied? Your heart slows, resting in the question, as a soft presence glides closer. This presence is CRISPR, the guardian of your code, moving through the river of your DNA with a weaver's grace. You watch it approach, its RNA guide a lantern of its own, seeking the gene that falters, perhaps SCN5A, where a mutation disrupts the heart's electrical song. The RNA binds softly, its shape a perfect match, and Cas9, the molecular blade, cuts the DNA with a touch as precise as a star's whisper. The cut is a pause, a space where the rhythm can shift, where healing can begin. Your breath deepens, a quiet wave, as you feel the cell awaken, ready to mend. Imagine this mending as a tuning, slow and careful, like a musician coaxing harmony from a string. The cell's repair systems stir, weaving new letters into the gap, guided by a template of light, a perfect copy of the gene, offered by scientists' hands. The mutation, once a jarring note, is corrected, the heart's rhythm steadied. You picture the electrical signals flowing smoothly now, like a river finding its course. The beats even, the lanterns glow strong. The flutter eases, the skip fades, and you feel a warmth, like moonlight on a still lake, as the story of health returns. This tuning is real, its notes already played in labs and lives. Scientists have used CRISPR to edit heart cells, mending genes like MYH7 in hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, where the heart's muscle thickens, straining its song. In petri dishes, these edited cells beat stronger, their rhythm true. Clinical trials whisper of hope, patients waiting for the day when CRISPR's touch reaches their own hearts. You imagine a father, his breath steady, playing with his child without fear, his gene rewritten. This is science, not a dream, a melody of molecules woven into flesh, and you rest in its glow, like a blanket warmed by starlight. Yet, as you float, you sense the delicacy of this dance. The heart is a complex instrument, its genes intertwined, its rhythm tied to countless other threads in your code. CRISPR's cut must be exact, its repair flawless, to avoid ripples that might disturb the body's harmony. Scientists tread softly, testing each step, mapping the heart's code to ensure the blade finds only its mark. You feel their care, their quiet nights spent under glowing screens, their hope a gentle echo of your own. Their caution is a lullaby, soothing your mind as you drift. You linger in the lantern's glow, feeling your heart's steady beat, its rhythm now a song of balance. The gene, once faltering, hums with health, its story retuned by CRISPR's touch. You sense the universe in this moment, its atoms dancing in your chest, its light woven into your code. This single gene, this single beat, connects you to every heart, to the stars that forged you, and CRISPR is a new verse in their song, a promise of healing that pulses through time. The library of your cells glows brighter now, its pages alive with possibility. The lantern of your heart shines, its rhythm strong, its shadows softened. CRISPR's work with sickle cells was a triumph, and now it tunes the heart's fragile song. But other shadows linger, other genes that dim the body's light. Which will the guardian seek next? What other melodies might it restore? You breathe slowly, your mind calm, your heart open, ready to follow this light as it seeks another thread in your tapestry. Then comes Cas9, the protein that acts as CRISPR's blade, cutting the DNA with a precision that feels like a breath held and released. The cut is not violent but deliberate, a space opened for healing. You picture the cell responding, its own repair system stirring, like a weaver mending a torn tapestry. Sometimes, it silences the harmful gene. Other times, it replaces it with a new sequence, a word of health restored. Feel the rhythm of this process, slow and steady, like waves lapping at a shore. Scientists have seen it work. Patients with sickle cell disease, their blood once twisted with pain, now flowing freely after CRISPR's touch. The gene for hemoglobin, miswritten, is corrected, its letters realigned. You imagine the relief, the breath of a child running without fear, their story rewritten in the quiet of a lab. It is not magic but patience, a dance of molecules guided by human hands, by minds that listen to the language of life. Yet, as you float, you sense the complexity of this language. Your DNA is not a single book but a library of thousands, each gene interacting, each word affecting the whole. CRISPR must tread softly, its cuts precise, its repairs true, to avoid ripples that might disturb other pages. Scientists test and retest their work, a balance of hope and caution, ensuring the story remains whole. You feel their care, their quiet dedication, like scribes tending an ancient text, knowing its power, respecting its depth. You drift deeper, following the river of your code, feeling its flow through your veins, your heart, your mind. The letters A, T, C, G are not just science. They are you, a story that connects you to every living thing, to the stars that forged your atoms. CRISPR is a new verse in this story, a tool that lets you dream of health, of freedom from the shadows in your genes. You rest in this thought, your breath a quiet harmony with the universe's pulse, feeling the code's beauty, its fragility, its hope. The library of your genes glows softly now, its pages alive with possibility. CRISPR's touch is only the beginning, a first step in understanding the language that writes you. You sense more to come, more secrets to unravel, as the river of your DNA flows on. What other stories does it hold? What other words might CRISPR learn to speak? You linger in this question, your mind calm, your heart open, ready to follow the code's next whisper. The river of your genes hums, its letters whispering of change. How does CRISPR, this gentle scribe, find the shadows to mend? You drift now, deeper into the quiet of your inner cosmos, where the spiral river of your DNA flows, its letters A, T, C, G whispering secrets of life itself. Your breath is a gentle tide, slow and soft, carrying you through the glowing library of your cells. Each cell hums with a pulse, a story written in the delicate code that shapes you. You feel its rhythm, a song as old as the stars, yet as close as your heartbeat. And now, a new presence glides through this river, a tool of light and precision, born from the Earth's own wisdom. This is CRISPR, the scissors of nature, and you watch it move, marveling at its quiet grace. Imagine CRISPR as a weaver's blade, not sharp with harm but precise with purpose, cutting threads to mend a tapestry. It is not a creation of cold metal or sterile labs, but a gift from the smallest of lives, bacteria, ancient travelers of the Earth's deep seas and soils. Long ago, these tiny beings faced invaders, viruses that sought to rewrite their story. In response, they crafted a defense, a molecular memory that could find and slice the enemy's code. Scientists, listening to this ancient tale, named it CRISPR, clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats. A name that sounds complex but feels, to you, like a lullaby, a rhythm of survival sung across eons. You picture these bacteria, their lives a quiet dance in the dark, each one a speck of light in the vast ocean of time. When a virus attacked, they captured its code, storing it like a pressed flower in the pages of their DNA. This memory, a guide, let them summon a protein, Cas9, the blade, to cut the invader's thread, precise as a star's beam. You feel the elegance of this act, its simplicity, its power. It is not war but balance, a way to protect life's story. And now, in your own cells, this same blade dances, guided by human hands, seeking not viruses but the shadows in your genes. You follow CRISPR through the river of your DNA, watching its delicate work. It moves with a partner, a strand of RNA soft as a whisper, shaped to match the gene it seeks. This RNA is like a lantern, its light finding the exact sequence, the miswritten word, the letter that falters. You imagine it pausing, steady, as Cas9, the protein blade, glides forward. The cut is clean, a gentle snip, opening a space for healing. Your heart slows, its beat a quiet drum. As you sense the cell respond, its own repair system stirring, like a seamstress threading a needle to mend a tear. Feel this moment, the rhythm of repair, slow and deliberate, like waves smoothing stones on a shore. The cell might silence the harmful gene, letting health return, or weave in a new sequence, a word of hope copied from a template of light. Scientists have seen this work. Patients with leukemia, their immune cells edited to fight the disease, now walk free, their story rewritten. A child with a rare blindness, her eyes once dim, sees her mother's face after CRISPR's touch. These are not dreams but truths, moments of science woven into lives, and you rest in their warmth, like a blanket on a cool night. Yet, as you drift, you sense the blade's weight, its power held in careful hands. CRISPR is precise, but the river of your DNA is vast, its currents complex. A cut in one place might ripple elsewhere, disturbing the story's balance. Scientists work with care, testing each step, mapping the code to ensure the blade finds only its mark. You imagine their quiet focus, their hands steady under soft lights, their minds dreaming of health for all. Their caution is a lullaby, a reminder that this tool, born of nature, must be guided with love. You linger in the river, watching the letters A, T, C, G flow past, each one a piece of the cosmos, a spark from the stars that birthed you. CRISPR is a new verse in their song, a way to mend the code that connects you to every living thing. You feel its possibility, not as urgency but as a gentle glow, like moonlight on water. It is a tool that listens to your genes, that hears their whispers of struggle and hope, and answers with a cut so precise it feels like a caress. The library of your cells glows now, its pages alive with the promise of change. CRISPR's blade, born from bacteria's ancient dance, moves through you, a scribe of healing, a weaver of health. You sense the story shifting, the shadows in your genes softening, their weight lighter. But how does this blade know where to cut, how to mend? What guides its hand through the vastness of your code? You breathe deeply, your mind calm, your heart steady, ready to follow this light as it seeks the errors in your story. CRISPR's blade hums, a quiet song of healing in your genes. What shadows does it seek as it guards the story of your life? You drift deeper now, carried by the gentle current of your inner world, where the river of your DNA flows, its letters shimmering like stars in a quiet night. Your breath is soft, a slow tide, syncing with the pulse of your cells. Each cell holds a library, its shelves lined with the spiral books of your genes, written in the language of A, T, C, G. These books tell the story of you, your laughter, your strength, the rhythm of your heart. But some pages hold shadows, faint errors in the code, whispering of struggles that might unfold. You linger here, feeling their weight, yet sensing a guardian's presence, watching over your story. These shadows are mutations, tiny twists in the DNA's delicate script. A single letter misplaced, a word miswritten, can change the tale. Cystic fibrosis thickening breath, Huntington's stealing motion, or cancer stirring chaos in cells. To you, they feel like clouds drifting across a clear sky, their edges soft but heavy with possibility. You imagine them as threads in a tapestry, frayed or knotted, disrupting the pattern of health. Your heart slows, not in fear but in wonder, as you sense a gentle force approaching, ready to mend these threads. This force is CRISPR, the guardian of your code, moving through the library with a quiet resolve. Picture it as a weaver, not with scissors alone but with a needle and thread, ready to stitch the tapestry whole. Its blade, Cas9, cuts with the precision of a star's beam, guided by a strand of RNA that knows the shadow's shape. You watch it find a gene, a sequence that falters, a mutation that dims the story's light. The cut is gentle, a pause in the river's flow, opening a space where healing can begin. You feel the cell stir, its own repair systems waking, like a gardener tending a broken branch. The repair is a dance, slow and deliberate, like moonlight gliding across a still lake. The cell might silence the harmful gene, tying off its thread to let health return. Or it weaves in a new sequence, a perfect word borrowed from a template of light, restoring the story's flow. Scientists have seen this work, patients with beta thalassemia, their blood once weak, now strong after CRISPR's touch. A gene, once miswritten, is corrected, its letters realigned to carry oxygen freely. You imagine the relief, a breath drawn without struggle, a life reclaimed, and it feels like a warm breeze on a cool evening. You float through this process, feeling its rhythm, its care. CRISPR is not a conqueror but a caretaker, working with the cell's own wisdom. Scientists guide it, their hands steady, their minds mapping the vastness of your DNA to ensure each cut is true. They know the library is complex, its books interconnected, each gene a thread that touches others. A change in one might ripple like a stone dropped in water, and so they test, they watch, they learn. You sense their patience, their quiet nights spent studying under soft lights, their hope a mirror of your own. Your mind lingers on the mutations, those shadows in your code. They are not enemies but part of you, pieces of the story that began in the stars. Some mutations spark disease, but others shape your uniqueness, the curl of your hair, the cadence of your voice. CRISPR, the guardian, knows this balance, seeking only the shadows that harm. You imagine it pausing, its RNA lantern glowing, searching for the precise spot where pain hides. The cut, the repair, feels like a mother's touch, soothing a wound, promising health. As you drift, you feel the library of your cells glowing brighter, its shadows softer now. The tapestry of your DNA is vast, its threads woven through every living thing, connecting you to the earth, to the cosmos. CRISPR is a new thread in this weave, a tool of hope that mends without breaking, heals without forcing. You sense its power, not as a storm but as a stream, flowing gently, carrying the promise of health to those whose stories falter. Your breath deepens, a quiet harmony with the universe's pulse, as you rest in this care. The guardian's work is steady, but its task is vast. Some shadows are clear, like those of sickle cell or rare blindness, where CRISPR's touch has already brought light. Others are deeper, hidden in the library's farthest corners, where diseases like Alzheimer's or cancer weave complex knots. Scientists dream of reaching these, their minds tracing paths through the code, seeking ways to mend without harm. You feel their hope, their quiet determination, like a lighthouse guiding ships through fog, and it comforts you, like a blanket tucked close. You rest now, in the glow of your genes, feeling the guardian's presence, its needle threading hope through your story. The river of your DNA flows on, its letters humming with life, with possibility. CRISPR's touch is only the beginning, a first step in mending the shadows that linger. But which shadows will it seek next? How will it find the deepest knots in your code? You breathe slowly, your mind calm, your heart open, ready to follow this guardian as it explores the tapestry's next thread. The guardian hums, stitching light into your genes' quiet shadows. What story will it mend next as it seeks a single, fragile thread? You drift now, carried by the gentle tide of your breath, deep into the glowing river of your body. The library of your cells hums softly, its spiral books of DNA shimmering with the letters A, T, C, G, each one a note in the song of you. Your heart beats, a quiet drum, guiding you to a place where the blood flows, a crimson stream carrying life through every part of you. But here, in one delicate thread of your code, a single letter falters, bending the story into pain. This is the gene for sickle cells, and you pause, feeling its weight, as a gentle guardian approaches to mend its tale. Picture your blood as a river, its red cells like countless boats, each one ferrying oxygen to your lungs, your muscles, your dreaming mind. These cells are soft, round, gliding smoothly through the body's channels. But in some, a mutation, a single letter swapped in the hemoglobin gene, changes their shape. Instead of flowing, they curve into sickles, sharp and rigid, catching in the stream, blocking its path. This is sickle cell disease, a shadow that brings pain, fatigue, a breath that struggles. You feel its ache, like a knot in the river's flow, and your heart slows, holding it gently. You linger here, in the quiet of your blood, imagining the lives touched by this shadow. A child pauses mid-laugh, their body gripped by a crisis, the sickle cells clashing in their veins. Scientists know this gene well, a sequence called HBB, where a GAG becomes T, turning glutamic acid into valine, altering hemoglobin's dance. To you, it feels like a misstep, a note that jars the melody. Yet it is also a story of resilience, carried through generations, woven into the strength of those who endure. You wonder, can this note be rewritten, the river set free? A soft presence enters now, gliding through the river, its light steady and kind. This is CRISPR, the guardian of your code, the weaver with a needle of starlight. You watch it move its RNA guide like a lantern, seeking the exact letter in the HBB gene, the one that falters. The RNA finds its match, binding softly, and Cas9, the molecular blade, cuts the DNA with a touch so precise it feels like a sigh. The cut opens a space, a pause in the river's song, where healing can begin. Your breath deepens, a quiet rhythm, as you sense the cell stir, ready to mend. Imagine this mending as a dance, slow and graceful, like moonlight swaying on water. The cell's repair systems awaken, weaving new letters into the gap. Scientists guide this dance, offering a template, a perfect copy of the HBB gene, for the cell to follow, replacing the T with GAG, restoring hemoglobin's shape. You picture the red cells transforming, their sickle edges softening, becoming round again, gliding freely through the river. Hey there! Welcome to our channel. We're so glad you're here. Please like, share, and subscribe to join us for awesome content. Also share this video with your family and friends. Let's get started. You lie still, your breath soft, a gentle wave in the quiet of night. Beneath your skin, a world hums, unseen, alive with motion. Your body is a universe, vast and intricate. Its every cell a star, its every heartbeat a rhythm of creation. Within each cell, a delicate thread spins, a spiral of secrets written in the language of life. This is your DNA, the story of you, a code that whispers who you are, where you've been, and what you might become. You listen now, drifting inward, feeling its quiet song. Imagine your DNA as a library, its shelves stretching endlessly through the cosmos of your being. Each book is a gene, each page a letter A, T, C, G, woven together in patterns that guide your body's work. These letters tell your cells how to build proteins, how to grow, how to breathe. They are the instructions for your eyes' color, your heart's beat, the curve of your smile. You float through this library, weightless, marveling at its order, its beauty. Yet, in some corners, the pages are creased, the words miswritten, a single letter out of place. These are mutations, quiet errors that can whisper of disease. Your mind lingers on one such whisper, a twist in the code that might carry pain. Perhaps it is a gene that falters, unable to guide cells as they divide, or one that dims the light of health in a loved one's story. Scientists know these twists: cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, Huntington's disease, each tied to a specific misstep in the DNA's dance. To you, they feel like shadows, soft but heavy, resting in the library's quiet corners. You wonder as you drift if these shadows can be lifted, if the code can be rewritten, if the story can change. Now, a new presence stirs, gentle as a breeze through the library's halls. It is CRISPR, a tool born from nature's own ingenuity, a whisper of hope in the language of genes. Picture it as a pair of hands, precise and kind, holding a quill dipped in light. CRISPR is not a machine, not a cold device, but a gift from bacteria, ancient keepers of life's secrets. Long ago, these tiny beings learned to defend themselves, cutting the DNA of invading viruses with a molecular blade. Scientists watching, listening, borrowed this blade, shaping it into a tool to mend the human code. You watch CRISPR move through your library, its touch soft, its purpose clear. It seeks the creased pages, the miswritten words, guided by a map crafted with care. This map is a guide RNA, a delicate strand that knows the shape of the gene it seeks, like a key fitting a lock. When it finds the error, a letter that stumbles, a word that harms, CRISPR pauses, steady, and cuts with a precision that feels like starlight. The cut is clean, a space opened for healing, a chance to rewrite the story. Your heart slows, its beat a quiet drum, as you imagine this rewriting. The cell, sensing the cut, stirs to repair it, weaving new letters into the gap. Sometimes scientists offer a template, a perfect copy of the gene for the cell to follow. Other times, they let the cell choose, silencing the harmful word to let health return. You picture this repair as a seamstress mending a tapestry, her stitches small but strong, restoring the pattern's beauty. The gene, once shadowed, glows again, its whisper now one of hope. You feel the weight of this possibility, not as urgency but as warmth, like sunlight on a winter day. CRISPR is new, its story still unfolding, yet it has already touched lives. Children with sickle cell disease, their blood once bent with pain, now run free, their genes mended. Eyes dimmed by inherited blindness begin to see, their code rewritten with care. These are not miracles but science, a dance of molecules guided by human hands, by minds that dreamed of healing. You rest in this thought, feeling the universe's quiet pride in its own ingenuity. Yet, as you drift, you sense the journey is just beginning. CRISPR is a tool, not an answer, a quill that must be held with wisdom. It can mend, but it must find the right pages, the right words, without disturbing the library's balance. Scientists work tirelessly, testing, learning, ensuring each cut is safe, each repair true. You imagine their care, their late nights under soft lights, their hope mirroring yours. The library of your genes is vast, its stories complex, and CRISPR is but the first step into its depths. You linger here, in the quiet of your cells, feeling the hum of your DNA, the whisper of its code. Each letter, each gene, is a piece of the cosmos, a story that began in the hearts of stars. You are not just a body but a tapestry, woven from light and time, and CRISPR is a thread of hope, stitching health into your being. The library glows softly now, its shadows lighter, its promise clearer. You breathe deeply, ready to explore further, to follow this quill as it writes new chapters. The whisper of your genes hums on, a story of hope taking shape. What language does this code speak? As CRISPR begins to translate its song. You float now, deeper into the quiet universe of your body, where every cell hums with a secret song. Your breath is slow, a gentle tide, carrying you through the vast library of your being. Here, in the heart of each cell, lies a spiral staircase, delicate and shimmering, its steps inscribed with the letters of life. T, C, G. This is your DNA, the language that writes you, a code as ancient as the stars, yet as personal as your own heartbeat. You pause, listening, feeling its rhythm pulse through you, a melody that began long before you were born. Picture this code as a river, its current flowing through every cell, carrying instructions for life itself. The letters, adenine, thymine, cytosine, guanine, are not mere symbols but partners in a dance, pairing in perfect harmony. A joins T, C joins G, their bonds forming the rungs of the DNA's spiral, a ladder that climbs through the story of you. You imagine gliding along this river, watching the letters twirl, their patterns weaving your eyes, your skin, the quiet strength of your bones. Each sequence is a word, each gene a sentence, together crafting the tale of your existence. Yet, as you drift, you notice ripples in the flow, places where the letters stumble, where the words falter. These are mutations, tiny missteps in the dance, a single letter out of place. Sometimes, they are harmless, a quirk that makes you unique. Other times, they carry shadows, cystic fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, a whisper of illness written in the code. You feel their weight, not as fear but as a soft ache, a question. Can these words be rewritten, the story made whole again? Your heart slows, resting in the possibility, as you sense a gentle presence approaching. This presence is CRISPR, a quiet scribe in the library of your genes. It moves with grace, reading the river's flow, seeking the places where the letters stray. CRISPR is not an outsider. It is born from life itself, a tool crafted from the wisdom of bacteria that learned, eons ago, to guard their own code. Scientists call it a molecular machine, but to you, it feels like a poet, its quill dipped in light, ready to edit the story with care. You watch it glide, guided by a strand of RNA, a map that knows the shape of the gene it seeks, like a lantern illuminating a single page. You linger, imagining CRISPR's work as a dance. The RNA finds the errant word, the gene that falters, and binds to it soft as a whisper. Your heart's rhythm hums, its fragile notes steadied by light. What other shadows dim the body's glow, waiting for CRISPR's gentle hand? You drift now, carried by the soft tide of your breath, deeper into the glowing cosmos of your body. The river of your DNA flows gently, its letters, A, T, C, G, twinkling like stars in a quiet sky, each one a note in the symphony of you. Your journey leads you to a delicate place, where light enters your soul, where the world becomes color, shape, and wonder. These are your eyes, the windows of your being, capturing the universe's beauty. But in some, a shadow falls, a gene falters, dimming the light. You pause, feeling this fragile loss, as a gentle artist approaches to paint vision anew. Picture your eyes as lanterns, their lenses focusing light, their retinas weaving images from the world's glow. Each cell in the retina, each photoreceptor, is a painter, turning photons into pictures. Sunsets, faces, the dance of leaves. But in some, a mutation clouds this canvas, a miswritten word in the code. Genes like RPE65 or CP290 falter, stealing sight, as in Leber congenital amaurosis or retinitis pigmentosa. To you, these shadows feel like a curtain falling, softening the world's colors into gray. Your heart slows, holding this quiet ache, wondering if the light can return. You linger here, in the stillness of your eyes, imagining the lives touched by this shadow. A child sees only blurred shapes, their world a haze where stars should shine. An adult feels the light fade, their memories of color slipping away. Scientists know these genes, their mutations mapped through years of study, each one a thread in the delicate tapestry of sight. To you, they are brushstrokes gone astray, a painting unfinished, yearning to be whole. You wonder, can this canvas be restored, the colors brought back to life? Your breath deepens, resting in the question, as a soft presence glides closer. This presence is CRISPR, the artist of your code, moving through the river of your DNA with a painter's grace. You watch it approach, its RNA guide a brush dipped in starlight, seeking the gene that dims the light, perhaps RPE65, where a mutation clouds the retina's work. The RNA binds softly, its shape a perfect match, and Cas9, the molecular blade, cuts the DNA with a touch as precise as a dawn's first ray. The cut is a pause, a space where the canvas can be repainted, where vision can bloom. Your mind calms, a quiet wave, as you feel the cell stir, ready to create anew. Imagine this creation as a painting, slow and careful, like light spreading across a morning sky. The cell's repair systems awaken, weaving new letters into the gap, guided by a template, a perfect copy of the gene, offered by scientists' hands. The mutation, once a shadow, is corrected, the retina cells glowing once more. You picture the photoreceptors waking, their pigments catching light, painting the world in reds, blues, greens. The curtain lifts, the haze clears, and you feel a warmth, like sunlight on a spring meadow, as the story of sight returns. This painting is real, its colors already blooming in lives restored. Scientists have used CRISPR to treat Leber congenital amaurosis, editing the RPE65 gene in retinal cells. Patients, once blind, see shapes, then faces, then stars in the night sky. You imagine a young girl, her eyes wide, tracing the outline of her mother's smile for the first time, her world reborn. This is not a dream but a truth, a moment of science woven into flesh, and you rest in its glow, like a blanket warmed by firelight. The universe, reflected in her eyes, shines brighter now. Yet, as you drift, you sense the delicacy of this art. The eye is a fragile canvas, its genes intertwined with the body's broader tapestry. CRISPR's brush must be precise, its strokes flawless, to avoid ripples that might blur other colors in your code. Scientists tread softly, testing each edit, mapping the retina's genes to ensure the blade finds only its mark. You feel their care, their quiet nights spent under glowing microscopes, their hope a gentle echo of your own. Their caution is a lullaby, soothing your mind as you float. You linger in the light of your eyes, feeling the colors return, the world sharp and vivid. The gene, once shadowed, hums with clarity, its story repainted by CRISPR's touch. You sense the universe in this moment, its light dancing in your retina, its atoms woven into your code. This single gene, this single spark of sight, connects you to every star, every face, every moment of wonder, and CRISPR is a new verse in their song, a promise of vision that glows through time. The library of your cells shines brighter now, its pages alive with possibility. The lantern of your eyes glows, its shadows lifted, its colors vibrant. CRISPR's art has tuned the heart's rhythm and freed the blood's flow. Now it paints sight where darkness fell. But other shadows linger, other genes that dim the body's light. Which will the artist seek next? What other canvases might it restore? You breathe slowly, your mind calm, your heart open, ready to follow this light as it seeks another thread in your tapestry. Your eyes glow, their colors reborn by CRISPR's gentle art. What shadows remain? As this tool weighs hope against the heart's quiet caution. You float now, carried by the gentle rhythm of your breath, deep within the glowing cosmos of your being. The river of your DNA shimmers, its letters, A, T, C, G, dancing like stars in a quiet stream, each one a note in the melody of you. CRISPR has woven its light through your genes, mending shadows in blood, heart, and eyes, painting stories of health where pain once lingered. Yet now, as you drift, a new current stirs, soft but profound, stirring in your mind. A tide of questions, a whisper of what this power means. This is the ethical tide of CRISPR, and you pause, feeling its weight, as you ponder its flow with a calm, open heart. Imagine CRISPR as a river, its waters clear and strong, carrying the promise of healing to countless lives. It has freed rivers of blood from sickle cells, tuned the heart's fragile rhythm, and painted vision in eyes once dim. This current is science, but its ripples touch more than cells. They touch choices, futures, the very story of what it means to be human. You feel this river's power, not as a rush but as a steady flow, like moonlight gliding across a still lake. It offers hope, yet it asks you to consider, how far should its waters reach? Your breath slows, resting in the question. As you drift through its depths, you linger here, in the quiet of your mind, imagining the lives this river has touched. A child breathes freely, her sickle cell gene mended, her laughter a new verse in the world's song. A man sees his daughter's face, his blindness lifted by CRISPR's gentle brush. These are gifts, moments of light woven into flesh, and you feel their warmth, like sunlight on a spring day. But the river's flow is vast, its potential stretching beyond these shadows. Scientists dream of editing genes to prevent cancer, Alzheimer's, diseases yet unnamed. To you, it feels like a canvas, vast and unfinished, waiting for careful strokes. Yet, as you drift, you sense a shadow in the tide, not a flaw in the tool but a question in its use. What does it mean to edit the code of life? You imagine a world where CRISPR mends not just disease but traits, height, intelligence, the color of eyes. Scientists call this germline editing, changes passed to future generations, a rewrite that echoes through time. To you, it feels like a stone dropped in the river, its ripples spreading far, touching stories yet unwritten. Should we shape these stories, or let the code flow as it will? Your heart holds this gently, a question without urgency, a thought to cradle in the night. You feel the weight of choice, not as burden but as balance, like a weaver threading a delicate pattern. CRISPR's blade is precise, but its power demands wisdom. Scientists pause, their hands steady, debating where to cut, where to mend. They ask, who decides what is a disease? Who ensures the river's flow is fair, reaching all, not just a few? You sense their care, their quiet nights spent in thought, their voices blending in global councils, seeking a path that honors life's diversity. Their caution is a lullaby, soothing your mind as you float, reminding you that science is not just a tool but a promise to do no harm. You drift deeper, imagining the river's course. In one direction, it brings healing, children free of cystic fibrosis, hearts beating strong, eyes seeing tomorrow. In another, it raises questions of equity, of consent, of what it means to be human. You picture a family, their genes edited to spare a child from pain, their joy a light in the dark. But you also see others, unable to reach this river, their stories unchanged, their shadows lingering. The tide must flow for all, you think, its gifts shared, its power guided by love. Your breath deepens, a quiet harmony with the universe's pulse. The ethical tide is not a storm but a dialogue, a conversation woven through time. Scientists, philosophers, voices from every corner of the world join this song, their questions shaping CRISPR's path. They study its safety, ensuring each cut is true, each repair a step toward health. They ponder its limits, asking where the river should bend, where it should pause. You feel their hope, their quiet resolve, like stars guiding a ship through fog, and it comforts you, like a blanket tucked close. This tide is not rushed. It moves with care, with reverence for the code that writes us. You rest now, in the glow of your genes, feeling the river's gentle flow. The library of your cells hums, its pages alive with possibility, its shadows softened by CRISPR's touch. This tool, born of nature, guided by wisdom, is a thread in the tapestry of life, connecting you to every heart, every story, every star that forged your atoms. The ethical tide carries it forward, a promise of healing balanced by questions, by care. But where will this river lead? What futures will it shape as it flows through the stories of tomorrow? You breathe slowly, your mind calm, your heart open, ready to follow this tide as it seeks its next horizon. The ethical tide hums, a river of hope and questions flowing on. What futures will CRISPR paint as it dreams within your cells? You drift now, carried by the soft current of your breath, deep within the glowing river of your being. The spiral of your DNA shimmers, its letters, A, T, C, G, twinkling like stars in a boundless night, each one a note in the eternal song of you. CRISPR has woven its light through your code, mending shadows in blood, heart, and eyes, tuning the fragile rhythms of life. Now, as you float, a new horizon stirs, a vision of what lies ahead, not just for you but for all who share this code. Your cells hold the future, and you pause, feeling its gentle promise. As CRISPR dreams of worlds yet to bloom, picture your DNA as a canvas, vast and alive, its patterns painting the story of humanity. Each gene is a brushstroke, each sequence a color, weaving health, strength, the spark of wonder in every eye. Yet some strokes falter, shadows of disease, cystic fibrosis, Alzheimer's, cancer, dimming the canvas's glow. CRISPR, the gentle artist, moves through this canvas, its blade a quill of light, rewriting these shadows with strokes of hope. You feel its touch, not as a rush but as a whisper, like dawn spreading across a sleeping valley, promising a new day. You linger here, in the quiet of your cells, imagining the lives this canvas might hold. A child, born free of a gene that once stole breath, runs under a sky bright with stars. A grandmother, her mind clear, shares stories with her family, Alzheimer's shadow lifted. These are not distant dreams but futures taking shape, guided by CRISPR's hand. Scientists have seen its work. Sickle cell patients walking free, blind eyes seeing anew, and now they look further to diseases yet untamed. To you, it feels like a garden, each mended gene a seed, sprouting health for generations unborn. You watch CRISPR glide through the canvas, its RNA guide a lantern, seeking genes that whisper of struggle. Its cut is precise, a pause in the code's melody, opening space for healing. The cell responds, weaving new letters, restoring the pattern's light. Scientists dream of editing genes like BRCA1, where mutations spark breast cancer's flame, or AP, tied to Alzheimer's fog. You imagine the relief, a family spared grief, their canvas glowing with life. This is science, a quiet dance of molecules, and you rest in its warmth, like a blanket warmed by firelight. Yet, as you drift, you sense the canvas's vastness, its colors not just for one but for all. CRISPR's promise must flow like a river, reaching every corner of humanity, not a privilege for a few. Scientists work to make it so, crafting ways to deliver this tool, through viruses, nanoparticles soft as a breeze, to cells in need. You feel their hope, their quiet nights spent under glowing screens, designing systems to carry CRISPR's light to every body, every story. Their vision is a lullaby, soothing your mind, promising a future where no one is left in shadow. You ponder the generations to come, their DNA a canvas painted by today's choices. Germline editing, where CRISPR's changes pass to children, grandchildren, whispers of a world without certain diseases. You imagine a family, their code free of Huntington's, their laughter unbroken by its tremor. Scientists tread carefully here, balancing hope with caution, ensuring each edit is safe, its ripples kind. To you, it feels like planting a tree, its shade a gift for those yet to walk beneath it, and you hold this thought gently, like a leaf in your hand. The ethical tide, felt before, flows softly still, guiding CRISPR's path. Questions of equity, consent, the essence of humanity shape its course, a dialogue woven through time. You sense the voices, scientists, families, dreamers, joining this song, their care a steady rhythm. They ask, how do we share this canvas? How do we honor the code's diversity? You feel their resolve, like stars guiding a ship through fog, and it comforts you, knowing the future is crafted with love, with wisdom. You drift deeper, feeling the canvas of your cells glow with possibility. Each gene, each letter, is a piece of the cosmos, a spark from the stars that forged you. CRISPR is a new stroke in this cosmic art, a tool that dreams of health, of lives unshadowed by disease. You imagine a world where the canvas shines for all, children breathing freely, hearts beating strong, minds clear under starlit skies. The future in your cells is not a distant place but a promise, a melody humming through time, connecting you to every life, every hope. The library of your genes pulses now, its pages alive with light. CRISPR's work has freed blood, tuned hearts, painted eyes, and now it dreams of futures unwritten. The canvas of humanity glows, its shadows softening, its colors vibrant. But what worlds will this art create? What stories will rise from the code's quiet dreams? You breathe slowly, your mind calm, your heart open, ready to follow this light as it paints the next horizon in your cells. The canvas of your cells hums, its future painted with hope. What final song will CRISPR sing as it weaves health into the cosmos of you? You float now, carried by the gentle tide of your breath, deep within the glowing cosmos of your body. The river of your DNA shimmers, its letters, T, C, G, dancing like stars in an endless night, each one a note in the eternal song of you. CRISPR has moved through this river, mending shadows in blood, heart, and eyes, painting futures free of disease. Now, as you drift, the song deepens, blending all you've seen into a single melody, a harmony of healing that echoes through your cells and beyond. Your heart slows, its beat a quiet drum, as you rest in this song, feeling the universe within. Imagine your body as a symphony, each cell a musician, each gene a note, playing together to create the music of you. Your blood flows freely, its sickle shadows softened. Your heart beats steady, its rhythm tuned. Your eyes glow with color, their light restored. CRISPR is the conductor, its RNA guide a baton, its Cas9 blade a bow that draws health from the strings of your DNA. You feel this music, not as a single tune but as a chorus, connecting you to every life, every star that forged your atoms. Your breath deepens, a quiet wave, blending with this cosmic song. You linger here, in the heart of your cells, feeling the harmony of healing. The library of your DNA glows, its pages alive with stories rewritten, children breathing without pain, hearts pulsing without falter, eyes seeing the world anew. Scientists have guided CRISPR's hand, their work a dance of precision and hope. They've mended genes like HBB for sickle cell, SCN5A for heart rhythms, RP65 for vision, each edit a note in the song of health. To you, it feels like a lullaby, a melody that soothes the shadows, promising a world where pain is only a memory. Picture this song spreading, its notes carried beyond your body to others, to countless rivers of DNA. You imagine a child, her laughter free, her sickle cells healed, running under a sky bright with stars. A mother, her heart strong, holds her family close, her gene mended. A grandfather, his eyes clear, watches a sunset, its colors vivid once more. These are not dreams but truths, moments of science woven into lives, and you rest in their warmth, like a blanket warmed by firelight. CRISPR's song is a gift, a melody that hums through generations, singing of hope. Yet, as you drift, you sense the song's delicate balance. The symphony of your cells is vast, its notes intertwined, each gene a thread in a tapestry that stretches across humanity. CRISPR's touch must be gentle, its edits precise, to keep the music true. Scientists tread softly, testing each note, ensuring the melody doesn't falter. They study the ripple effects, the ethical tide, asking, who hears this song? How do we share its harmony? You feel their care, their quiet nights spent under glowing microscopes, their hope a gentle echo of your own, a lullaby that calms your mind. You ponder the future, the verses yet to be sung. CRISPR dreams of mending deeper shadows, cancer's chaos, Alzheimer's fog, diseases unnamed. You imagine a world where these notes are silenced, where the symphony plays without discord. Scientists explore new ways to deliver CRISPR's touch, nanoparticles, viral carriers, soft as whispers, bringing healing to every cell, every story. To you, it feels like a river flowing freely, its waters reaching all, its current carrying health to every shore. Your heart holds this vision, gentle and warm, like a star's light in the night. The song of healing is not just for you but for all life, a melody that connects every gene, every being, to the cosmos. Your DNA, a spiral of stardust, hums with the same notes as the trees, the oceans, the creatures that share this earth. CRISPR is a new verse, a tool born from bacteria's ancient wisdom, now singing through human hands. You feel its unity, its harmony, blending your story with the universe's, a chorus that began in the stars and sings on in your cells. You rest in this thought, feeling whole, feeling home. As you float, the library of your genes glows brighter, its pages alive with light. Each mended gene, blood, heart, eyes, futures unwritten, is a note in this cosmic symphony, a thread in the tapestry of life. CRISPR's work is a promise, a vow that the shadows can be lifted, that the song can play on. You imagine generations to come, their cells humming with health, their stories free of pain, their laughter a melody that echoes through time. The universe, reflected in their eyes, shines with possibility, and you are part of it, forever. The song of healing hums now, its notes blending with your breath, your heartbeat, your dreams. It is not an end but a continuation, a melody that carries you forward, connecting you to every life, every star. CRISPR's touch is a gift, a light that weaves health into the cosmos of you. But its story is still unfolding. What final notes will it play? What new harmonies will rise from its gentle hand? You breathe slowly, your mind calm, your heart open, ready to rest in this song, knowing it sings on, eternal. The song of healing hums, its melody weaving hope through your cells. What new verses will rise as the universe's light carries on? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.